Hi, I'm Luke.
And I'm Joe.
And I'm Jimmy.
And this is what's on the table.
Alright, so this is our second video, and the first one we kind of just went over a discussion of powering up Luke's deck, which was his commander deck.
My wing race.
But this time we decided to do something a little more topical, so we're going to talk about Jumpstart. Now, I have a little bit of knowledge on Jumpstart. I understand what the set is, and I know some of the big bombs and power cards in the set. These two don't know anything about it.
I didn't know what Jumpstart was till today.
Yeah. Mostly because Joe is just kind of getting back into Magic, and Luke's been underneath a rock up in the north.
I love the north.
Yeah, we know. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm going to kind of be telling them about some of the new things about Jumpstart, what Jumpstart is, and also just getting their reaction to some of the great reprints and some of the very powerful new cards coming from the set. Because although it's not a traditional set, and it's not as lucrative as my personal opinion as like Core Set 21. That set's amazing. But that set's already been released. This one releases in a few days, on July 17th. Mm-hmm. So
your birthday.
His birthday's in between that.
Exactly.
When's my birthday?
Okay. 12. So you guys are awful.
I know.
So what Jumpstart is Jumpstart is a set where it's not a set part of standard or anything. Although it does have standard cards in it, specifically cards from Core Set 21. What Jumpstart is, it's a kind of a more of a draft, have fun set, and where it's everything from Command. Everything in it's legal in Commander. It's legal in Legacy and Vintage. But everything else, from my knowledge, is not legal in Pioneer or Modern. Mm-hmm. But in those sets, and obviously not Brawl because it's not illegal in Standard. But what it is each set has different themes in it, and I briefly told you guys all the dozens of themes that are available in this. Each pack has 20 cards in it, and each pack will be completely theme based. So there won't be. So right here, I'm going to name off 3 different themes: Above the Clouds, Angels, and Archaeology. You will not find a card from Angels in Archaeology or vice versa. So the cards that are on these lists here will not appear in any of the others, unless it shows directly that it is.
Yeah.
So one thing so the first set, or the first, in alphabetical order, the first theme in Jumpstart is Above the Clouds. Now there really isn't anything super big in Above the Clouds, except for there's a legendary commander, Jin, which is in Niaz, the Gale Force. It's kind of an interesting card where it kind of it's an Azorius because it has Azorius in its text, so therefore it is a blue-white commander, even though its cost is only blue. Mm-hmm. It's a 3 mana or 5 mana total, 3 colorless and 2 blue to cast. It's a 4/4 flying legendary creature.
Too broke. He's too broke.
You don't like flyers.
I don't.
Or blue.
Yep. Unless I'm playing it.
So what he can do is he can Anthem for 2 mana and a Azorius. He can make all attacking creatures with flying get an Anthem effect, aka +1/+1 play in their turn. And whenever 3 or more creatures with flying attack, each player gains control of a non-land permanent of your choice, controlled by the player to their right. So it's kind of like It's kind of a weird version of what's his Beckett Brass. Mm-hmm. Kind of a weird version where it's kind of like, here, everyone gets to pick something on the right from the other player, which can be great, but also
really bad.
Can be also very bad.
If you're like me, can't play anything.
The rest of everything from it, there's nothing too crazy from the rest of Above the Clouds. There's some good cards in it, just nothing like super insane from what I can see. One cool thing, if you go up a bit to the lands, go a little bit to the right, Thriving Lands. So there's a new cycle of lands called the Thriving Lands. They're pretty much all Thriving Lands come in tapped.
Wow.
And in addition to this, when they enter, you choose a color that's not the color of the land. So each land will naturally tap for white, blue, black, green, or red, normally by just one of them by itself. And then when you choose a color, you can tap for that other color as well. So in a 2-color deck, they're just guild gates. They're not really good in lands.
Yes, but if
3-color decks, they're better than the guild gates and looking pretty good. 4 and 5-color decks, they're really strong. because they fix the mana that you need at that moment. So let's say you open a hand and you have you're playing a 5-color deck, so like Golos, Morpheron, Joda. You're playing these 5-color decks, and you need that. And you have I have 2 of these colors in my hand, but my lands say the other 2 colors. Well, this Thriving Isle or Thriving Bluff or whatever will immediately say, hey, I can be that other color you need right now. Mm-hmm. So they can. So in decks of 3 colors or greater, they can be very good. I still think they're obviously not as good as like Shock lands or other lands that can come in untapped.
But they're just good.
They are good mana fixers in that regard.
I might find me a new land set that I might like too much.
They're really good if you have I think Amulet of Vigor. Amulet of Vigor. Yeah, Amulet of Vigor is the 1-drop amulet that says the artifact that says if a permanent would come in untapped, or if a permanent would come in tapped on your side of the field, you untap it.
I mean, if they're running a blue-black zombies, Reign of Revelation is a decent card.
It is it is a decent card. All right, let's go down to the next one. Let's go down to Angels. Angels doesn't have anything really great and new, but it does have some really good. It has one decent thing that's new, but it has some 2 great reprints. One is when I just got reprinted, which is Baneslayer Angel, which came out, of course, at 21. Just got reprinted. But the other one is Lavala, Keeper of Silence. That's a great reprint. Lavala is a 3/4. Activated abilities of creatures your opponent's control cannot be activated. A powerhouse of a card. Just
I kind of need that card.
Super strong. Any Angel deck or any Control deck or even what's her name, the Kalia, especially in Kalia, very powerful.
Her and what was that other one?
There's also another Angel here, Angelic Arbiter.
Would be really good.
Yeah, there's another Angel here called Angelic Arbiter, which is a 7-drop, which is for 5/6 flyer. Obviously an Angel. Mm-hmm. Each opponent who casts a spell this turn can't attack with creatures. Each opponent who attacked with creatures this turn can't cast spells. So another very locked down, controlling Angel. Nothing else really in this set too much to go over.
Might have to go over this part of the set so far.
This next one, Archaeology, has some bombs in it. First off, some good reprints. Dreamstone Hedron and Hedron Archive both being reprinted. Phenomenal, I think phenomenal commander cards.
Oh yeah.
Because they're artifacts that they're mana rocks that bring in half of what they give, and also have utility and becoming draw spells when need be.
Yep.
But I think phenomenal cards, great reprints. Veldikin Archmage, another great reprint. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, you draw a card. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's another range. Sharding Sphinx, another great reprint. Makes Thopters.
Every time I hear that, I don't hear sharding.
Keep playing. Archaeomander. This is a phenomenal new card. Archaeomander is a common, but he is a phenomenal card because whenever he enters the battlefield, you return target artifact from your graveyard to your hand. This is phenomenal. Not for just first off, it's a wizard. So if you're playing wizards, you can like in all the wizards, you can just get 2 triggers off that, get 2 artifacts back, or you can play it in Yarok.
Oh yeah. Oh, that'd be fun in Yarok.
Yarok with Panharmonicon, only get 3 artifacts back.
Let's go.
It's very powerful. But the absolute star of this pack is Scholar of the Lost Trove. This card has such a high potential of being abused. Scholar of the Lost Trove is a 7-drop, 5 colorless and 2 blue. It's a 5/5 flying Sphinx. When it enters the battlefield, you may cast target instant, sorcery, or artifact from your grave without paying its mana cost. What? If an instant or sorcery is cast this way and would go to your graveyard, exile it instead. Another great card for Yarok. This card is absolutely busted. This card's absolutely busted, especially when you have say you already have like a Peregrine Drake plus Deadeye Navigator. You're already making infinite mana. Then you have Scholar of the Lost Trove on board. You're just casting tons of spells and are getting all your artifacts back, casting every spell out of your grave. You're effectively getting free flashback on all your instant sorceries. This card has such an insane ceiling. However, the floor is kind of low because it is a 7-drop. while not too hard to pull off in Commander,
No.
it's
But it's
definitely
it's
that is something that it takes a minute to pull off. And at least to get value out of it. It's definitely a late game card, but still a powerhouse of a card. Torrential Gearhulk's a great card. And that's 6 mana, but it only gets instants.
That's Color of the Lost Trove. That could be something that ends the game very, very quickly.
Yeah, such an insane card. A lot of decent artifacts in that little thing, but nothing too crazy. The next one's Bossery. Nothing crazy really in Bossery. I think everything in it is from core set 21, except one card, which is not a good card. Everything else is from core set 21, so there's no point in talking about it.
So what's the story on Bossery?
He's from Amonkhet.
Oh, okay.
I don't know much about him other than that, but he's from Amonkhet. Cats get some cool stuff. A lot of it is from 21, and a lot of it's reprints. But the Lurking Predators is a good card. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, you put it onto the battlefield. Otherwise, you may put it on the bottom of your library. I think it's just obviously a very prominent card because your opponent's going, oh, we cast spells, he possibly gets free creatures.
That'd be amazing in my dinos.
Oh, it's a necessary card in dinos. I think it'd be like, I played a 2-drop. Oh, look, there's a Golta. Well, this is not going to be a fun game for us.
Yeah, I'm gonna want a lot out of that.
There's not much else in Cats that is really insane. A lot of it's just kind of relatively mediocre, or coming out in 21. Chandra's very similar to.
She does.
Very similar to the Bossery pack. It's pretty much everything. A lot of it's from 21, with a few exceptions of just reprints, like Young Pyromancer reprint, which is a good reprint. Young Pyromancer, Flames of the Firebrand reprint. Just little things like that.
Is that Chandra just a reprint?
Yeah, it's from 21.
Okay.
She's from 21. Like I said, this set has stuff from core set 21, but it also has like a bunch of new stuff and reprints. So, next one. This set. You're gonna love this one. Devilish. It has a new commander, a new legendary creature, Zurzoth Chaos Rider. Oh boy, he's fun. So Zurzoth Chaos Rider is a 3-drop, 2 colorless, and 1 red. He's a 2/3 legendary creature with Devil. Whenever an opponent draws the first card each turn, if it's not their turn, you create a 1/1 red Devil token with whenever this creature dies, deal 1 damage to any target. Whenever one or more devils you control attack one or more players, you and those players each draw a card, then discard a card at random. So whenever you swing at someone, you're getting at bare minimum 3 triggers off that because 3 people are drawing.
Dumb.
And it means 3 people are drawing. That means you're getting 3 new devils right then and there. This is a phenomenal commander. And some of the cards that come out here are also great. The Chain Brood's a good card.
I mean, you'd have to swing at all 3 players in order to pop that off, but still, that's easy, especially if you already have
Oh, yeah. I'm saying like you're getting like when you get like, so you get because it says whenever they attack, it's not damage.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah,
So-
but it says that those players...
those players, yeah. But I'm saying like even still like in a red deck,
Yeah, how easy that would be.
you know how easy it is. How many 1-drop devils there are?
Yeah, I was about to say, and then with the 1-drop devils, if they block it all, you're still dealing your damage.
Yeah, I'm saying well, not even just those, not even the ones he makes. I'm just talking about in general. Like there's so many 1-drop devils that you swing at with. It does things. And what I'm going to get into, even then, they'll still do damage because if you look at Spiteful Prankster, oh yeah, each of the individual lands, there'll be one special land that fits the theme.
The fucking mountain is amazing so far. I think that might have been my favorite.
Go to Spiteful. Go back to the devils. And just look at Spiteful Prankster. This really goes on theme what you were saying a moment ago. If the devils, when they die, this thing just goes along with it because as long as your turn, he has first strike. Spiteful Prankster is a 3-drop, 2 colorless, 1 red, 3/2 devil. And as long as it's your turn, he has first strike. And when another creature dies, he deals 1 damage to target creature or target player or planeswalker.
I kind of want to throw that in like Corvold.
Him with Zuzoth is dumb.
Oh, yeah.
Him with Zuzoth is absolutely dumb. 'Cause you just go swing with the little dudes. You block. Okay, I'll make 3 more 1/1s. Everyone's taking ping damage there, and everyone draw. Like it's just you're causing such a.
It's chaos.
And the best part is, if you tag 3 players,
Haha.
with Zuzoth, you're getting 3 draws and 3 discards, which also means you can have a.
Well, think about how broken he would be if we did another 6-person table.
Oh,
that'd be so much
if
fun.
if you're doing more than a 4-person table, he's a monster.
He's a fun
Hell Rider's
sheet, man.
getting reprinted. Hell Rider is a phenomenal card for that deck. Whenever a creature you control attacks, he does 1 damage to the player or planeswalker it's attacking. So that means so that's for each individual attack.
Mm-hmm.
So it's every 8 creatures. Sin Prodder is great for that. Like his pack is so good, and
Yeah,
he's such a phenomenal commander.
I kind of want to make a double deck now.
It's
we,
good.
We could probably talk about that pack
On
forever.
yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we'll go next to the dinosaurs. Gulta's getting reprinted. Thankfully, she's a powerhouse of a card and very well loved commander card. But more importantly, the legendary creature from her, which is go all the way to the next turn. Yeah, right there. This is Savala, Heart of the Wilds. Such another bonkers commander. 3-drop, 1 colorless, 2 green. She's a 2/3 elf scout. Whenever she enters the battlefield, its controller may draw a card if its power is greater than each other creature. You can pay a green, tap her, add X mana in any combination of colors where X is the greatest power amongst creatures you control.
So I feel like stomping deck.
So if you have
Big boys?
if you have an 8/8, you go pay 1 green, make a 3 green mana, or it's any combination you want. So she's a phenomenal commander, but she's also great in so many other decks. Imagine in my Wrath of the Titans deck.
Mm-hmm.
I want that.
He's like, I tap. Oh, I have a 10/10 on board. Tap. I make 10 of mana, however colors I
Yeah.
want. Such a phenomenal card. Really great as an own commander for a big green stomping deck, but also great just in commander.
That's almost too good.
There's some good dinos in here, but nothing super
Over the
game breaking.
You got a new art for Garruk's Uprising too.
But let's go to the next one. Discard. This has one of the most sought after cards in it.
Oh, that.
Oh yeah, that swamp is gorgeous. The
Oh, yeah.
hand just go right next to it though to that commander. This card is absolutely nuts.
Tiny.
I've already told you about several.
I love
of He's the second most valuable card in the set right now. Tiny Bones, Trinket Thief. He's a 2 mana, 1 colorless, 1 black, legendary creature, Skeleton Rogue. He's a 1/2. At the beginning of each end step, if an opponent discards a card this turn, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Pay 6, 2 black and 4 colorless. Each opponent with no cards in their hands loses 10 life. This is an entire deck about just getting cards out of your opponent's hand, just getting cards, you drawing cards, and then you start just hitting everyone for 10, lose life.
His flavor text is fantastic. Big distractions mean tiny nuisances can slip by unnoticed.
There's so much hype around him because there's so many good cards in black that just discard cards. And generally, you don't see too many cards that just outright just discard cards out of your opponent's hands in Commander. You'll see cards that do that and do other things as well, but rarely just a outright discard in Commander. Because generally, there's so many straw power in Commander, most people don't usually do that.
Yeah.
But with Tiny Bones, when you're getting rewarded for them having no cards or losing cards on hand, and then you can just hurt everyone for not having cards.
It's perfect. Yeah.
Tiny Bones is going to be
Kind of
insane.
like the Slate Street Ruffian.
Yep. The next one, Doctor, doesn't really have too much going for it. There's some interesting cards in it, but nothing like super that we need to talk about, honestly. Some good lifelink cards that gain life, but
It's
nothing.
white. When is it ever?
There actually is some good white cards in here we'll talk about. Like the next one, Dogs.
Puppers. I like puppers.
So the 2 interesting cards to me out of Dogs, that are new, are the Release the Dogs and Supply Runners, which are the first 2 cards they show. Release the Dogs is a 4 mana, sorcery speed, 3 colorless, 1 white. It says create 4 1/1 white dog creature tokens. Simple. 4 mana for 4 1/1s. That's great, especially with a Ren and Seri deck, where Ren and Seri had that 3 mana ability to tap it to deal damage depending on how many dogs you have, and then you gain life depending on your cats.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can start just blowing out people that way.
If you don't play that card by saying you let the dogs out, you're wrong.
I mean, you're right. You gotta play a who let the dogs out. Who. All right. Supply Runners. He's a 5-drop dog. 5-drop, 4 colorless, 1 white, 2/2 dog. When he enters the battlefield, you put +1/+1 counter on each other creature you control. That can be a huge, when you're already playing a deck like Ren and Seer or just any kind of token spam deck generally, you all of a sudden buffing everyone with +1/+1 counters can be really big. Especially, actually there's a card up back in Doctor that actually kind of goes with that. Where did it go?
I want that basic land.
That's adorable.
Oh wait, never mind. Well, I was looking at the wrong card. Never mind. But no, yeah. But yeah, it works so well. Oh, and that land is adorable. Yeah, got a little cute little fuzzy dog. All right, the next one is Dragons. Dragons is mostly just reprints and cards from 21. Now the cards are great. Like Terror of the Peaks is a phenomenal card. Gadrick is great. Reprint of Lethis, a Dragon Queen. That's a good reprint. But everything else is kind of like nothing super. Oh yeah,
I kind of like the Terror of the Peaks.
Well, he's not new. He comes out. He came out in 21. Of course, it's 21.
I haven't gotten anything into 2021. So
Well,
like this
he is a
brand new
phenomenal
for me.
card. I won a Commander game not too long ago with him because I triggered off the Sarkon, the 6-drop Sarkon. I triggered his ult, which is play every dragon from your deck.
Yep.
So he entered the battlefield along with every other dragon I had. So that was all those triggers going off at once. So ping,
He
ping, ping,
hits
ping,
you,
ping,
it's
ping,
like,
ping, ping,
I
ping.
win.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. That's too good.
So it's pretty much a Warstorm Surge, but on a body.
But better.
But it's on a body, so it's
Yeah.
like, and so everything had haste already, so it's like, oh, so even if I didn't kill anyone with that, the next one, this is where things get absolutely insane. Elves pack is broken beyond belief. It is the most powerful pack of all. First off, Craterhoof reprint.
Oh.
Secondly, Craterhoof's a mod. Even though you two have not, it's been a minute since you guys have. It's been a minute since you've been back into the game, and you were gone for a while. But even both of you know Craterhoof is a monster of a card.
Oh yeah.
And it blows out games.
I've lost 2 Craterhood.
We all have.
Yeah. If you haven't, you're a liar.
Well, if you've been playing as long as we have, yeah.
Yeah.
Then the next card next to him, Allosaurus Shepherd. This card is absolutely nuts. It is the most expensive card in the set for a reason. It is a 1-drop, 1 green mana, 1/1 Elf Shaman. He cannot be countered. Green spells you control cannot be countered. Not creatures. Green spells you control cannot be countered. You can pay 6. Until the end of turn, each one of your elves you control have a base power and toughness of 5/5 and become a dinosaur in addition to other types. Even that second effect, even without the second effect, that first effect is so powerful. That's a 1/1 ghost. Play, cast. My green spells are safe for the rest of the turn. Doop, 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 doop. I win.
I just like I can't help but picture like this tiny little elf just like, and some guy was like, I'm gonna kill you.
And all of a sudden, his big friends show up. So there's this army coming in. Oh, they're moving in. This is the Allosaurus Shepherd right here, and they're all coming like they're like, we're gonna kick your ass. I'm like, and they're like, we're running away, run away. But no, yeah, Craterhoof reprint's phenomenal. Allosaurus Shepherd's so busted. Just there's other good elf reprints in here like
Archduke.
Elvish Archduke is great. And because one of the good things about you playing as long as you have, even with that huge gap you had, elves have pretty much been the same. They haven't changed, and you know elves. You know elves well.
It's like if you're going to play a green deck, you're going to want elves.
Even just as mana ramp.
Yeah, it's mana ramp. Even if it has nothing to do with your deck whatsoever, elves make mana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's so many 1-drop elves that just go, hey, I am what I cost.
And then having a 1-drop elf that says, hey,
can't stop him.
Everything.
You're everything you play can't be stopped. Which to a green player, what is your? I'm not even a green player. Just you alone will love this card just because. What do you hate?
I hate blue.
Next is Enchanted. From what I looked at Enchanted, nothing super big. Just a lot of good reprints.
It's like a bunch of core.
Just a bunch of different. No, not really a whole lot of cores at 21 in this.
No, I'm just saying
the creature type core.
Oh, there's a few cores.
Yeah, 1,
Next is Feathered Friends, which is why is that not above the clouds? It's because of whatever. But but other than it's got some interesting things in it. Angel of Dire Hour, phenomenal card in my personal opinion. Just flash, one-sided exile all creatures, attacking creatures, phenomenal. Archon of Justice is a fun card.
See, that would be a lot of fun in my Kalia deck too.
Oh yeah, Angel of Dire Hour. Yeah, you need that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Archon's not bad.
Yeah.
Doesn't destroy. It says goodbye.
Exile. Yeah.
Bye bye.
Next is Garuk. Nothing really to talk about here. Just
Yeah, I was kind of excited when you said Guru because I was hoping for more wolf drop.
no,
And
it's
got
just
no wolves.
You'll never get any more wolf love. I'm sorry,
I know.
bud.
the next one's another great one.
Magic. Wizard Zuko.
Scroll-
See this,
scroll that.
please?
Help those wolves. They need love.
Goblins.
Oh.
One another archetype that's so old that you know very well.
It's the opposite of elf.
Exactly.
We don't
Muxus.
do what we want.
Muxus, Goblin Grandee. This is a very expensive goblin in terms of like its mana cost, but he's a powerhouse. He's a 6-drop, a goblin, a legendary creature, Goblin Noble. 4 colorless mana, 2 red, 4/4. When he enters the battlefield, reveal top 6 cards of your library. Put all goblin creature cards with converted mana cost 5 or less among them onto the battlefield.
So all of them.
And the
So that's-
rest, yeah, pretty much all of them. Yeah,
And-
and the
and-
rest go in the bottom of your library in any order.
The way you build Goblin Burn is like all creatures and land and then 1 spell. So like this, you're going to hit 5 targets.
You're gonna
One
hit,
way or another.
You're gonna hit most. So speaking of other commanders, Krenko is gonna reprint in this. Krenko Mob Boss, the one you actually run as commander.
Yeah, who doesn't love Crinkle?
So when you play Krenko as the Mob Boss in your commander, and then he's saying just playing cards that search goblins in his deck, in goblins anyways, just playing cards that search this goblin. You can just search out the Muxus and then play him as your big drop to guarantee game. Which look at this. Bunch more goblins came on board. Oh, my goblins have haste because I have Goblin Chieftain on board. Oh, what's this? I swing out and you're dead. And you're like, oh wow, the goblin player just killed a player on turn 5.
Goblins.
There's a lot more Goblin token around.
Oh yeah, there's always been tons of
Because who doesn't love goblins?
The more the merrier.
Yeah.
It's not a party unless you've got 80 goblins.
oh yeah, there's a fun card. It's not good. It's not great, but it's a Turret Ogre is a pretty fun card. It's not a great card, but it's a fun one.
I hate to say it, but I think I've lost to Turret Ogre before.
Heavily Armored. This is why I said where some of these cards are in other packs, but they will say if they are. Heavily Armored has Trusty Retriever and Supply Runners, but more importantly, it has a reprint of Cathar's Crusade. Such a phenomenal card. I own a playset because I used to play with back in an Avacyn store. So I had a playset of Cathar's Crusade, and I still do. And I play it. And I play in multiple any white deck I have. I pretty much play it in because most of my white decks make tokens. Because you make I make 9 1/1s, and now they're all 10/10s.
And we're dead. And just gone.
Phenomenal card. Next up is lands, and this is another great reprint. We have Uvenval Hydra being reprinted again. So, great card,
Get ready for Windgrace.
and even better.
Grace love.
Scoot over to the side a bit. Come on, the more. There we go. Oracle of Moldiah, another great card for Windgrace.
Oh.
You may play an additional land each of your turns. Play with the top card of your library revealed. You may play lands from the top of your library.
So,
Oracle, you want to get the lands back.
Wind Grace Part 3?
So you get the first
Yeah,
one.
yeah, sure. The next theme is Legion, and there's only one really good card out of this that's new. The rest are kind of like just kind of well, some are okay, but this one, Blessed. Is it blessed or
It's
blessed? Blessed. Okay. I figured blessed would be the old term of how you would say it.
Well, Blessed Sanctuary sounds awful, but Blessed Sanctuary sounds a lot better.
So we'll just say
Sounds-
blessed for just because that's how our ancestors would have spoke.
Sure, we'll go with that.
All right. Blessed Sanctuary is a 5 mana, 3 colorless, 2 white enchantment that says prevent all non-combat damage that would be dealt to you and creatures you control. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, create a 2/2 white unicorn creature token. This card, I watched the video, the Command Zone, and they brought up a stupid interaction involving this card. Command the Dreadhorde. that black spell, that 6-drop black spell that says, put any number of target creature or planeswalkers from any graveyard onto your battlefield, but you take damage equal to the amount their total CMC cost. You
And that
play
one
this, allows you to
nullifies.
steal everyone's entire graveyard onto your battlefield. You don't lose a single point of life, and then you make a bunch of 2/2 white unicorns on top of it all.
Pass turn, next turn.
Don't even pass turn, because more than likely you're going to steal someone's card from their grave that gives everything haste. It's Commander. The combo, so if you play against Orzhov deck and they drop Blessed Sanctuary, you better kill that person right then. No, you better kill them right then and there for turn 6. Because turn 6, if they drop the Command the Dread Horde, it's over. You just lost. Because they're bringing back everyone's grave, all their planeswalkers and creatures.
And that's why I play
And then
Grave.
oh god,
See,
so such a dumb
White
synergy.
was one of the other colors that I did not like. It might be my new color that I really don't like anymore, just because that one card.
It's not even that card. It's more. It's
The
more black.
combinations
It's
that
more
go with
black's problem. Light. The next thing is lightning, which has a lot of fun red spells. Lightning Phoenix is a good card. Lightning Visionary is another fun card. Oh yeah, there's more Minotaurs in this Jumpstart coming out, which I've always wanted to build a Minotaur tribal commander
that
deck.
land is fucking awesome.
Oh, that land is gorgeous. But more importantly, look at Living Lightning. This is a very interesting card in my personal opinion. When it dies, return target instant or sorcery from your graveyard to your hand. This, if you're playing a Mardu deck where it plays very as a lot of powerful instants and sorceries, this can be great considering if you have what's her name, the Orzhov Teysa,
Yeah.
the new Teysa, the one that says where it doubles all death triggers, so you would get 2 out of that.
I feel like this would be really
there's
good.
some interesting synergies with that card.
I feel like that'd be really good in Enola.
Yeah. I mean, he's not a wizard, but even still, just him
But
dying.
just the fact that you could get instant sorceries back.
I think it'd be better in less than Nalala and better in more of a just a normal spell slinger deck. Just a normal
yeah.
just spell slinger deck where if you have sack outlets like what's it, Phyrexian Altar or Ashnod's Altar, just sacking off, gaining mana, and then boom, getting a card back. Lightning Bolt reprint, always great.
Okay. I love that art of the Lightning Bolt.
Was the classic one? Well, it's not classic. It's from core set 10 is the classic.
But
one.
still, that
The next
nice
one,
as hell.
yeah. So the next one's Liliana. Nothing really new here. Just a bunch of core set 21 cards and a few older cards, but nothing crazy. The next one, Mill. So as I was telling you earlier, Mill is finally an official term now.
I don't see why it took him so long.
Because it was a that land is gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
It's a millstone.
It
It's
matches the black.